Yo, 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 what's up, guys? Welcome to episode 10 of Sweet and Spicy. We are here today. It's your boy Gramps, aka Dr. Legend, aka Legend Doc. I don't know what else you know me by, but one of them. I'm here with the one and only Chloe, aka Space Girl.
Hey, guys.
We have our wonderful producer, aka backhand, right hand man, Mr. Beckham.
Howdy, howdy.
And our very special guest today, the one and only the Techmedic, the mullet medic, the one everyone fears, one and only NolanRP. Mr. Nolan, how's it going?
Hello. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Of course, of course.
Thank you for joining us.
So, obviously, we got a lot planned today. We got obviously our basic questions that you guys have asked as viewers, and then we're gonna do a little bit more to kind of get to know a little bit more about Nolan. We got a game set up for him. It's called Two Truths and One Lie. So basically, Nolan will be giving us 3 statements. 2 of them will be true, and 1 of them will be false. And we're all gonna try to figure out which one is false. So we kind of get some more details and maybe get some dirt on Nolan, like we've been getting recently on everybody, essentially, that's been joining the podcast. So who knows?
As clean as Ballygowan water.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's some dirt there. I'm sure. But we're gonna start off with questions. Obviously, the questions that you guys want to know. So, if you guys have any other questions in there, just put them in the chat, and our wonderful Beckham will add them to the list.
He's great at that. And as long as many other things as well, not just adding things to lists.
True.
How you doing today, Nolan?
Doing fine. Had a chill day. Recorded some of my Griff earlier. Playing a bit of golf with friends. And then had a chill day with family. Watched a bit of Formula 1.
Nice.
Typical Sunday. Just getting that Sunday blues now. Ready for Monday again.
Yeah. Bad thing about Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's just it keeps creeping up on you. And you try to put it off, put it off.
It's a vicious cycle.
We should just cancel Mondays.
Oh, then you have Tuesdays. Like, to be fair, like there is the whole theory that Tuesdays are worse than Mondays. Because like Mondays, you still got the buzz weekend on you.
Yeah.
As you get into the office and whatnot, and then you get that buzz off you, and then Tuesday, the buzz is gone. You're just the furthest point until the next weekend. So some people have that theory that Tuesdays are worse than Mondays.
I mean, either way, even if you cancel Monday, and then Tuesday would just take over.
They just cancel working week altogether.
I was gonna say, let's just cancel it, yeah.
That'd be nice.
Oh, I'm ready to fall asleep.
Yeah, Miss Space Girl here has been up all day playing games.
Yeah. I've got no drinks in the house. I've not had my Red Bull fixed today. I think that's what my problem is. I need my Red Bull.
Playing until 6, 7 in the morning.
Well, that's normal for us, though, isn't it?
Well, I
don't know. You usually sleep earlier.
Nah, it's normally in bed for 6. 6, 7 asleep. That's our normal time. Between 5 and 7, we're asleep. Time everyone else is getting up and going to work. Oh, we've got quite a lot of questions this week.
We do.
We've got like 3 pages. So to start off with, it's a bit about kind of YouTube and your personal life. So Beckham himself wanted to know, why did you start YouTube, and did anyone in particular inspire you to start?
I actually started YouTube for my little nephew. So I spent like 6 months of the pandemic at home.
Yep.
And they live next door to my house, and he would come in a lot of the weekends, game with me, and play GTA and stuff. And he always wanted to keep an eye on me playing GTA, so I did that just for him.
Nice.
So he could watch. But Jimbo was encouraging me to start YouTube as well. Jimbo, we done a lot of stuff together. He's like, you should do YouTube. You should do YouTube well. So I thought, feck it, I'll do it. And one night I just decided to do it, and haven't looked back since. But my nephew still watches my streams, and every time I see him, he always updates me on what I did. So it's fun.
That's sweet. I like that. And are you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's become like, I've started to get like an actual community of regular watchers now behind the channel, which is always fun to have. You can have times where I know I can leave the chat if I'm really busy, and like the surgical RP and stuff like that, and I can still come back to it and know what they're chatting about. There's a couple of wild cards in there. You don't know what's going on, but you still trust them.
A couple of crazies in there.
Yeah, a couple of crazies in there, but most of them are pretty all right. It's slowly building. We're getting more and more people coming back to the stream now, so it's. I think people are enjoying the medical stuff and the more passive stuff a bit more.
Yeah.
And it's going to. Hopefully, it keeps growing a bit more.
Yeah, it's definitely going the right way for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Would you say when you started YouTube, obviously a lot of people leave their either leave jobs or when they try to make a career out of it? Would you say you have any regrets on your path of starting YouTube?
Not really, no. I still work. 74, whatever hours of work. Kind of a relaxed enough day job where I can, work, do a bit of work, chill for a bit, do a bit more work, chill for a bit, do a bit more work. So it's not actually, I have meetings during the day, which kind of suck. Once I get rid of those core meetings, they're kind of chill about your time. But yeah, I often regret it. Maybe more videos, less live streams. I wish I'd done like cash of videos.
Yeah.
I worked on them and just the videos instead of live streams, because at least with a video you can record it with maybe an hour and a half. You spend an hour and a half editing it to an alright quality, and then that's that's usually kind of sorted for a night. You do have to be 3 hours live streaming each night, because you get off work, you're 45, you get something to eat, and you're live streaming late. You have to find out somewhere in time for a nap as well.
They are crucial. Everybody needs their naps. I'm with you there.
At my age, they're very crucial.
Your age, give up. Talking like you're 85.
Getting there,
Speaking of where you're getting, where do you see yourself in the future, kind of your career in YouTube?
YouTube wise, I don't know if I'll ever make a career out of this stage. There's a lot of people on YouTube, and I'm just another GTRP YouTuber. And if I could put more time in it, maybe I could make something off it. But at the moment, the jobs, the day job's too important.
Yeah.
They pay the bills and stuff, and it'll take a lot of money to replace the money. I'm boasting that I get paid a lot, but for me to live off YouTube, it would need to be a substantial sum, because I have commitments.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? You're guaranteed an income in a standard job, whereas YouTube could disappear tomorrow, and with it all your money.
Exactly. Yeah. So I have some commitments and stuff to at least for another few years anyway. That's some stage. I've had a very tough year at work. We've been very busy getting focused on stuff out the door. And it's been very stressful on all of us to the point where I have to be thinking about just retiring on the spot. But
I've had enough. I'm calling it.
Unfortunately, they get that letter every year to tell you how many years you are off at retirement. But yeah, maybe in a few years, I don't have as much dependence anymore, and I don't really have to care about where the next paycheck's coming from.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Retirement's a good idea. So obviously, what would you say your best favorite moment has been so far in life?
In life was my first solo trip to the US.
Okay.
So I spent a lot of my 20s going through Europe. And as my friends got older, got married, had kids, had families, started doing family holidays. And, it was so I started doing like semi-solo trips to Europe. So I would have met people, friends, and for football matches, stuff like that. They would travel from one part of the country, I would travel from the other. So we wouldn't be to the destination, sort of. So one day I just sat and work, and it was like, I'm a Miami Dolphins fan, American football wise, and Dolphins are playing two games back to back in the West Coast, San Diego and then LA. And I just thought, fuck it, I'll book it, and I booked it.
Wow. Okay. Fair enough. Nice.
The next thing you know, I'm in San Diego, doing the pub crawl on a Friday. Got lagged to shit and having a good time.
Sounds like it was a fun time, definitely in America then.
It was with the people I met just in that one trip. I enjoyed it so much. I went back for the next 4 years later.
Well, that's the thing about football. I think in American football, no matter who you like, I mean, obviously people have rivalries between teams and whatnot, but it's one of those things. It just brings everyone. The experience is just great, especially the pub crawls. If you go tailgating before games or go to the pubs before the game, it's so fun. People just have a blast.
Yeah, it really goes sour when it's game time.
No.
I was in Buffalo 2019, and it's obviously a big rivalry between Miami and Buffalo. So they weren't the nicest. They were nice every other day, bar game day, and all the people I met. This is what it was like. I just I had pre-booked transportation, so I basically just got out of there way before the end of the match because the Dolphins were getting absolutely trashed at the time, and got on the bus and sat on the bus waiting for everybody else to come out.
That's awesome.
Is it something you'd consider doing again?
Yeah. I'm so I kind of just thinking about buying another house, but part of me sees the Dolphins getting the Super Bowl this year, so the Super Bowl trip would be once in a lifetime. So the price of getting one of those games is more or less a house deposit in Ireland.
Oh, that's some dedication there.
Super Bowl is expensive.
Damn.
Super Bowl is very expensive.
But again, it's a once in a lifetime experience, more than likely, unless you have
I have not been. I've thought about it, but I've not been. I don't know if I could work out that much or justify. I guess until I have a team that I want to actually watch in the Super Bowl.
True. Well, once the Dolphins get into it,
Yeah, I think that would make a difference. Obviously, watching New England for the last years of my life.
Yeah.
With Tom Brady and then Tampa and now Kansas City and all these teams. So we'll see.
I suppose a lot of it, if you forget about the game and just look at the halftime show alone, the standard of performers and people they have for that, I'm not surprised it's expensive. And then you add in the sportsmanship as well.
Oh, 100%. You know how
big
much
event, isn't it?
It's huge. You know how much an ad slot costs for these commercials? Each commercial minimum is $1 million for that little 30-second spot.
I thought you were going to say more, to be fair.
No, well, that's for your basic like boring time, first quarter, like 5 minutes into the game. You want to be in either the beginning, like the pregame, or if you want to be halftime, or if you want to be when the trophy presentations are.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about. There's a reason why the commercials you only see those times are like Pepsi, Doritos, like big major companies, because they're the only ones that can afford those commercials.
It's crazy.
Like it's the packaging is ridiculous, and I think it's almost like an auction. You have to auction the slot, so you're essentially saying like Pepsi would come in and say we're going to spend $10 million for the slot, and then Coke can come in and say, it's like a silent auction almost. So they put a bid in for what they want, and then based on the bid that they do, they can choose their slots, and whoever has the highest bid.
So they could come in and say, "I'll pay 20 million," but no one else has said anything higher than 5 million, and they've just lost.
They would get it automatically.
Yeah,
they could. Yeah, but that's the thing though, and I can tell you right now, people. I'm sure those major companies are spending that much. I mean, Pepsi sponsors the halftime show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a whole big build up and all that. It's
so
crazy.
They spend a lot of money on it. Verizon's a partner with the NFL, so Verizon's the biggest telecommunications that we have in the U.S.
Yeah, I used to work for them.
It's
crazy,
huge, and they spend so much money. So,
got to spend money to make it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, these are billion dollar companies. So a couple $5-10 million to them is nothing, especially if it gets them a lot more exposure.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm with it there. Back with the questions. If you could change one thing in your life, what would it be?
That's a toughie, because like I'm living the best life I can at the moment. Like, I have no real changes. I'd like to make it. Maybe have a driving license, because I don't have a driving license.
Yeah.
Because I live in a big city with like transport. I don't need to drive anywhere.
Yeah. I think that's quite common though, isn't it? In more built-up areas, you just don't need it.
Yeah, like the price of a car, like it just doesn't balance or outweigh. It doesn't outweigh the cost of just jumping on a tram for 40 minutes, not have to find parking or not have to do this, that, or like. So I'm pretty chill with that, like.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I know if I lived back in a city kind of space, I definitely wouldn't have a car. It's just an expense you don't need, isn't it?
Yeah, and the laws at the moment in Ireland for getting your driving license, you have to do like 12 lessons minimum. You have to like do all this sort of stuff. It's just not worth it.
Fair enough. So growing up, you said obviously you grew up, and what would you say your personality was growing up in terms of like secondary school as you got into your teens?
I was always like the funny one in the group.
The funny.
I always want to have a look, take the piss out of everybody, get the piss taken out of them, like I went to a weird school where I didn't feel like me and my friends, the friend group we didn't really fit in there as much. So we kind of chilled by ourselves. Like we all played football and all at lunchtimes and stuff together, but like the people that went to that school they went on to be like lawyers, go to Cambridge and Oxford and all that stuff. We were kind of like the guys who left at 16 and went to done a vocational course, like,
Fair enough.
Yeah, so but I was mostly the funny one, having a laugh and stuff, and we still have that group of friends today, like, though they're married and kids and stuff, we still hang out now and then when I'm in town.
Nice.
So I don't think I've got any friends from like education times. I've got Shannon's probably my oldest friend, but that was from like 18, 19, but from work. And it always amazes me when people have still got friends from like school and college times.
Yeah, I didn't keep any real friends from college because everybody moved to Belfast or London from my college, and I moved to Dublin.
Yeah.
I kind of was the only one that moved to Dublin from like my class. So it was kind of strange, but that's what it is.
And what was your favourite subjects in school, college? What did you enjoy doing the most?
Well, in school, like secondary school, and even like primary school, I enjoyed the sciences. I was pretty scientific sort of guy. I went on to study computer science at university, so that kind of set up that. I also enjoyed home economics because I was the only guy in the class.
So did you enjoy it for the lesson or the fact that there was a lot of women around you?
Well, there's for GCSEs, and there's a class of 10.
A lot of girls around you, should I say, sorry.
And I was a little fella. And like, it's set up myself for later life, and because the school of computing and the school of nursing was beside each other in my university, and we shared our same classes. He's dancing, and so I worked in the hospital during my student days, and so I had see all the student nurses I was.
Yeah.
So it was kind of pretty fun.
Nice.
So obviously, in Redline, so your character, you're EMS, right? You're part of Techmedic. You're higher up in the EMS division. Obviously, in real life, do you have experience being EMS, or did you ever dream to be an EMS in real life?
Not really. No. As my mother is a radiographer in the local hospital here, or local hospital in Derry, and I've been around the hospital a lot. And then I spent 4 years working in our local psychiatric ward. So I would have seen a lot of stuff during my student years. But as to be a paramedic myself, no, I never seen that. Computers was always my sort of path to go down. Nice. Ever since I was like 14, I always kind of had the path to go work in computers somewhere. So it's never a paramedic. I think the kind of EMS thing kind of fall on me. I tried PD first. Didn't work out for me. I didn't really enjoy the ride-alongs I had, and I felt I put a lot of work. That's what I said. He put a lot of work into the dealership at the time, and then Baz talked me into joining the EMS, and so I joined the EMS.
Nice.
But it's all his fault.
It's all his fault.
How long have you spent living in Ireland? I know you mentioned you had some time travelling around other places as well.
I've had Ireland my whole life, born in Ireland. Some people could test if it's called Ireland or not, but I for me it's Ireland. I moved from Northwest to the big city of Dublin when I was 21. Haven't looked back since, bar the odd visit back up home again around Christmas time and stuff. So Ireland's always been my home, always been my base.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And I'm assuming this person knows, obviously, about you to know the directness of this question, but how old are your cats, and what are their names?
I actually don't know how old they are because I came deals with strays.
Oh, okay.
The guests, well, they're not my cats, they're my mother's cats. I was babysitting last week, and one of them kept bursting into my room while I was streaming and crying on stream. So they became the topic of the stream, but we guessed one's around 14 and the other's around 10. The white one in the gallery is called Spud, and the black one's called Mr. Norton.
Mr. Norton, nice.
He just has the way he sits. He just has like a regal look to him, so we give him a Mr. Norton name.
Nice.
It's very regal. I like it. And do you plan on getting any more animals at all?
Like personally, I live in an apartment. I wouldn't think it fair to put any animal in the apartment space. And plus, I do, because my love of travel. I don't want to have to arrange to get either put in the kennel or whatever. So I just don't think it'll be fair on an animal. It's probably why I don't have a relationship or kids or anything as well. Just the travel always calls me name, and that's what I see myself more doing.
Have you got a plan for your next country?
I've still a lot more to state. I still want to do a lot more to states. There's still quite a few, maybe 28 NFL stadiums to go, maybe less. So
just working your way around them all.
Exactly, and I also want to do more. I want to go Asia as well. The furthest east of being is Georgia, the country, not the state. That's a legend. But yeah, so I've made it as far as I went as far east as Genghis Khan came west. So I'd love to go around Asia and around that direction too, maybe in the future.
Nice. So the next question are gonna kind of go into Redline. So obviously Redline RP is what you're in. You're obviously in it with us. What got you into GTA RP just in general?
The pandemic. I spent 6 months playing GTA Online and got bored, and was looking for something more. I like GTA. I played all the GTAs that came out over the years, from the top down model right through. So yeah, I like GTA as a game. Like, it's probably one of the main games I still play. So when I found out about GTA RP, I was like, right, get me into this. Like, so I went on to Amazon during the Prime Day, bought all the components for PC just before the graphics card went up, which is great.
Good timing then.
And I installed 5M, and the rest was history.
Nice.
And were you a part of any other servers before Redline?
Yeah, I was on this server called changed names and all. That went through like a version change when I just joined it. So then I jumped onto James, the dev server, for a bit. I was on his server, and then his server got hacked or something. I can't remember. And then I had enough hours at that stage to apply for Redline when you had the error. So I just thought, might as well just jump on Redline now then. But yeah, that's where I am.
So when you chose Redline, what made you choose Redline? Was it the content? Did you watch the Redline content before you joined, or?
Yeah, I watched a lot of the videos. I've been watching the likes of Lanap and Trayton and Late, and then Havoc, and then I started watching Jimbo a bit more. See the sort of stuff he was doing. So I thought Jimbo would be a good laugh to come along with, because he was doing a bit more of the less of the content stuff, more of the RP stuff. So at first I thought it was just pure content, so it took me a while to think there is RP that goes on here as well. Once I seen the likes of Jimbo doing it, so that's why I want to join. Now me and Jimbo are the best of friends. Do lots of stuff together.
There's definitely two different sides, isn't there, to it?
Yeah. There's definitely two different sides, and Redline is just. I feel a lot of Redline is what you make it to be like. You'll not maybe have all the cops you want, or you might not have the EMS you want at the time. You just gotta make it as much as you want, and if people show up, they show up. If they don't, they don't.
Yeah, there's not much more you can do, is there, other than that? Do it yourself.
Yeah.
So, boils down to then why Redline. What's made you kind of stick with Redline? What stands out with Redline over the other servers?
I've just made a lot of friends there now. You know, I've got a lot of people there that I enjoy. I've got the dealership that I put a lot of time into. I've got EMS, which I put a lot of time into. I've got a lot of friends there, and you know, Redline's a fun place to be. I can't. It's a nice server to have that you can you commit a few hours a night. I was chatting to Griff, I was chatting about going to the NoPixel with Griff, and I thought, I would lose my job because I would just want to be in NoPixel all day and all night, and I wouldn't do any work because the depth of the RP in NoPixel.
Yeah, it sounds really grindy.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love the depth, and I would love to be able a chance to be able to do that for 6-7 hours a day, but I couldn't. I'd have maybe 3 hours in the morning.
Forget to go to work.
Start to work. And then I have to go to work for a few hours, then jump on me for hour lunch, and then you do the afternoon, evening, then restart again at 7, and try again the other after the restart as
what
well.
I've heard about NoPixel, though, obviously, Redline has its times, right? We have peak hours in Redline, essentially, which usually are around 6 to 7 BST to usually about midnight.
It depends too.
And,
sometimes you see Redline dead for the whole night.
Yeah, but usually, I mean, those are our only peak hours. After that, it's just but I think from what I've heard, NoPixel, it just does not have peak time. It doesn't. It's literally packed 24/7 because of the amount of people that are in the server.
Oh yeah, it's a massive waiting to get on, isn't there? But
yeah,
I've heard so many contradictory things about you can't really get anywhere unless you're willing to pay to win in it. I mean, I ain't got a clue. I've literally the puppy's upstairs now, so you can hear him barking.
Yeah, that's okay. That fair cat yamming, puppy barking doesn't bother me. But I don't think you have to pay your way as such.
I think the paying is just to get quicker access.
You can pay like $150 a month, I think, to get you into a priority queue. But there's also a way of getting priority without that, is where if you show value to the community, so the more the more stuff you do to bring the community together, do events, do this, that, the other, they give away golden tickets to people, as they're called, where they get that priority. So you can't get it without paying. You have to put a lot of work into the community of NoPixel and being seen as the person doing that work, So you don't literally have to pay to get in there, but you have to be seen to do a lot of community work for that. Another way to get in is become a copper EMS. They have their separate queue.
That'd be very handy then.
So but you can only be as your copper EMS character. If you switch characters, you have to join the other queue.
Nice.
Speaking of characters, how did you come up with your character? What made you come up with Nolan? Was it based off of you? Is it based off, personality?
It's based off kind of my laid backness and such, but then it's grown over time. And Redline now, I've kind of kept Nolan. Nolan doesn't do much crime. He rarely does crime. The only time he ever does crime is when he thinks he's going to help his friends. So if Bob needs help or somebody needs help, and have to commit a crime to help them, then I do that. But Nolan's just this laid back guy that just comes in. He'll sell you some cars. He'll chat with you, have a bit of a laugh, do a bit of EMS work. That's just my main character. Nolan's going to be a progression of that sort of work. Now, Nolan started off as a PD officer in other servers, but he kind of chilled back a bit more, and as I grew the character of Nolan, it just became less and less likely to do crime, and there's no point to starting now.
Definitely seems to have kind of found his place, doesn't he? Good old Nolan.
Yeah. And that's why I brought love.
A couple of days ago, I think I shot someone in front of Nolan in a car. When he was standing there at Legion.
But I didn't see it because he.
Oh, you didn't see it? Okay.
He chased me at the exact same time.
Oh,
I heard the
okay. I didn't
gunshot
know because I saw Nolan get up and I'm like, fuck, I didn't realize EMS was standing here. And then he was talking to the cop and he was like, yeah, I didn't see it. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
cool with that.
he tased me at the same time he
okay.
shot. So I was on the ground when when somebody was shot. So then I got up looking to see who'd shot, but I couldn't see anybody that looked like they'd shot. So I just told the PD, well, I didn't see anything, and they used the cameras themselves then.
No.
But yeah, like I have my other character, Sharon, who does a lot more crime. And she's a bit more of a wild card, you know. I bring her out sometimes in the hospital. She nurse Sharon. She works at the Woodland Unicorn. She does a whole range of stuff. Like,
does she have her own voice?
She does, love. It's just like
I wouldn't be able to keep a straight face around her, I don't think.
It was like it's based off like I'm not gonna say a place where I met these women, but I met these women on a trip to Belfast, and they were all like in their 40s, 50s. They had the short hair. They were all chain smokers, and they all had the deep voices, you know. So I thought that's a voice I could hold for most of the time. No, it wrecks my throats. It does. And then me and Bob had always joked about Sharon, his ex-wife, beating him. Yeah. So one day, Bob, I was in the city, and I was doing the model, and Bob just happened to call me. He says, "Where are you at?" I said, or text me, "Where are you at?" He said, "Come to the Vanilla Unicorn, got a surprise for you." And the rest was history then. Now Bob and Sharon got Sharon. Long live Sharon. She got on the whole pile of hijinks, and I think people don't know what they think of her at the time. Like, but yeah, she has. Sometimes I'll bring out if it's quiet EMS. I usually check people on the Nurse Sharon. I usually bring out Nurse Sharon and around. They check them up every once in a while. And it usually goes down well.
I look forward to meeting Sharon.
Don't worry, sweetie. She love you.
I hope so. She doesn't sound like somebody I want to be on the wrong side of.
Oh, Jesus, no, love. You should give you a slap right the back.
She beat up Bob in front of at UAM one time.
Of course.
That's what exes are for, isn't it?
It's true.
So I think from like the bits you've said, we can kind of gather this already. But obviously, apart from me, because we know that's your real answer, who are your favourite people to RP with?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely me on that one ride along. It's me.
Oh yeah,
that's fun.
Definitely. Fucking there's just some poor girl in the head. That was fun. We definitely Jimbo and Griff were probably the two you have most fun with, you know.
Yeah. Nice. Is there a reason to it, or just kind of because you get on well, or is it kind of the style of RP, or what kind of makes it click?
Yeah, like me and Jimbo, I think we work on sometimes we're on the same path, with the same brain paths and stuff and all. And like I do stuff that's surprising, but they knew, I knew he wanted to do, and I'd surprise him. I'd be like, shh. He'd be like, wait, you're doing this? Oh, I didn't know you were doing this. You did this? Oh, that's brilliant. Like we'd be stitches laughing, like setting stuff off. Every time we're setting stuff, we're usually stitches laughing, like. Then Griff is just mostly Ricky the recruiting. Well, there's two sides to Griff. Like when we're on PD EMS together, we were at the time we were all getting promoted around the same time up through the ranks, and we were having a laugh on duty and stuff with each other. Every time we were on scenes and stuff, that's getting good. And there's Ricky. He get more Sharon these days than Nolan. I used to try to get a crim character called Nolan's brother Jerry, but everybody just called him Nolan because they kind of look the same. But yeah, so you have a laugh, doing crim stuff with him, doing like stupid getaways and stuff on different vehicles, and it's always a bit of fun, you know.
Nice. Just got a note from our wonderful Beckham in the question sheet saying that he absolutely T-boned Griff last night while he was PD.
Nice.
I'm sure that went down well.
I said that.
Oh, it's all Griff's fault then.
Always. I made my first time in high speed. High speed Tahoe. I was going to the scene, and Griff was behind me, and he pitted the shit out of me. And I was like, after that, I was like, all right there. He's like, oh, that's you. Oh, I'm so sorry. And it was before time I was even. It was before time I was even recording or everything like. So it was funny though.
I bet you wish you'd got that on recording.
Yeah, it would have been definitely 10K plus TikTok.
Yeah. One we've got. Go on. After you.
Go ahead. You got it. Go ahead.
I was just going to say we've got one that's been asked kind of in jest, I think, the next question, because the person who's asked it knows the answer. But good old Battery or Nat wants to know, who did your EMS training or ride-alongs?
Well, my phase one was done by Nat.
Okay.
And per Nolan had to jump on one stage to help Nat out. So things on you, Nat, yeah. Yeah. but per Nat has been since we've gone to PD. So
Boo.
Exactly.
He hasn't even done his ride-alongs. I don't think he's done his ride-alongs.
No, I don't think he is.
Oh, who is your best customer at Woodland? If you guys don't know what Woodland is, it's a secondhand dealership that Nolan is at.
It's like for a while it was Griff. I used to be like, I used to buy the big cars. He used to spend nearly a mil a month in Woodland, and then it got taken over by Reefer. I could sell him anything. He'd buy it off me. But yeah, it's kind of changed over the years. Like over my time at Woodland, like used to be like PMSF from Vinewood and stuff as well. Used to come buy some stock off me and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it changes. There's no one best customer.
And what made you want to be a TACmed in Redline?
The Techmedic thing just came as part of EMS. Like they asked if he was come on to training and give it a go, like, and it was just basically doing what SWAT 2, breaking, entering, clearing buildings, shooting bars. It was loads of fun, but the helicopter shooting and stuff like that. And that kind of grew over time, and as soon as I became like TACmed and stuff, I was doing a lot of patrols with my pistol, and over time they just kind of got loosely a bit more dangerous. We get a lot more calls from PD. We would enter scenes, shoot gangs, and pull PD out. And
yeah, for those of you that don't know what TACmed is, imagine SWAT, but with air warfare and medical trained, as well as like it's like the Navy SEALs, like pretty much legit, like the scary of scary. Like people like PD fears. Some people in PD fear TACmeds. So if you guys haven't seen videos, there's been times the lineup and all them have been threatened to have TACmed called on them to scare them off from doing things.
Yeah, we have got a bit of a reputation. The Black Hawk was meant to be used for presidential thing, and for some miscommunication, we got cleared it for the purge. So that was fun until the
all you saw was a chopper going around just shooting 50 cals at people's.
Well, to be fair, we were shooting at what SWAT were shooting at.
That's true. That's true. You guys were protecting SWAT from the roof fire.
And we were shooting at people who infiltrate the hospital without respecting it. So yeah, people turned on us at near the end of that purge, and we took them down. People actually started shooting at us from outside, and we just started shooting back. Some guy thought it'd be good fun to run up on the roof and try and punch me.
That definitely didn't go in his favour, I'm guessing.
No. But yeah, we got a bit of reputation. Like per Trey, he can't win against us at all. Elite, I have him pretty on the roof. He knows what I do to him. Though I do love him as much, so I probably wouldn't do it unless I really had to. But yeah.
Nice. What? Okay, so this is from Jimbo actually. What mods would you add to Redline if you could?
What mods, as in like
modification, like mod scripts and stuff like that?
I think we like the heist scripts. Added them.
Those would be kind of cool, yeah.
Like the casino heist and you do yacht heist, you can do the proper bank heist
standard, yeah.
Instead of just doing / Rob's bank,
Yeah.
Actually, have to and then having to go source them sort of things.
Mm-hmm.
Like the laptop needed, the firmware needed. I know the inventory system in Redline is basic enough, but at least if you had that firmware as a weapon, the laptop as a
creates more RP for criminal side.
Yeah, it does. Like it makes it actually worthwhile for rob bank instead of just rob bank, get shot up by SWAT,
or get caught or something.
Get hostages, and it gives you more initiative to get away, and it gives the PD a bit more initiative to catch you because there's actual money involved in that. I won't mind seeing more of the gang stuff come. Like, but in a way, the gangs grow. So there's gangs in Redline. There was gangs like doing their stuff on the daily, like they're doing a lot of like drug selling and stuff like that in the daily, and it was looking pretty good for a while. But then most of them started getting the shootouts and kind of ruined it for people.
Yeah.
And then they kind of slammed down on gangs, mostly, which kind of sucked because I want to see people grow. Gang RP can be fun if it's grown properly and it's
if you do it right. If you're not making it gang warfare all day, where you're just going into turfs and shooting, it could be done properly and done fun.
Exactly, and that'd be another thing I'd like to see. Even as an EMS, we do treat enough either broken limbs or gunshots as it is, but
definitely. Chloe. Don't know where Chloe is, but all right, keep going on. If you could rewrite the rules for Redline, what would they be?
You write them? I don't think there's many things I would rewrite with Redline rules. Don't. They're pretty solid as they are. Like the new rule around guns is a big one. The selling of AKs and all that sort of stuff was a big change for Redline and a positive change.
Mm-hmm.
As I say, probably the gang rule will probably be the one I change. Like allow gangs 24/7, but make sure it's the correct people. Kind of building up the gangs and doing it properly, like, and give it tight niche on how it's been done.
Right.
But yeah, say the gang rule will probably be the biggest one I change.
Was there any that you would add?
Ooh, I don't know. Like, I'm not really. I'd see. Again, it's all
or something that you see right now that you wish was different or changed.
Like the driving as well. Like I think we're too strict on the jumps we can take and stuff like that. Like just on the jumps and stuff. And as long as you land it, and as long as the car's still running, you should be able to keep going until the car dies. Like
Right. Because even when you land a jump, technically your car takes damage, so it's already getting
it
damaged.
does, yeah. The car
It's
car
just
takes
gonna go.
damage.
It's just gonna start getting damaged. So I mean, just like in real life, if you take a jump, the car will get damaged, but doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna end the car.
Yeah, exactly. And and if you don't get flung from the car or anything like that,
Yeah.
the injuries you're going to sustain is minimal. You might get a cut around the neck from your seatbelt or something like that, but
Exactly.
yeah, that was something else I'd like to see change, because sometimes I want to take a few wee jumps in the ambulance or something just for a laugh, entertain myself on my 3 hour jaunt around the city.
No, makes sense. If you had the opportunity, would you open up your own 5M server?
I haven't got the time to do that at the moment. I wouldn't. I've seen people open servers and it all not go very well. So I probably wouldn't have the time to do that, or the
Let's
resources.
say you decided to. Then there's a second question to this. Let's say you decided to. If you did decide to do it, what would you call it? I know it's a hard one because you got to actually think about it.
Yeah, sweet and spicy RP.
You call it sweet and spicy?
Sweet and spicy RP server.
Yeah, there you go. Nice.
Have a podcast studio in there.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, I've never thought about having my own server. Maybe I thought about maybe creating a local server just for stuff, but I'm looking at the actual dev work of it, because as a software developer myself, I'm actually getting interested in how it all works.
Fair enough. And then the last question we have pertaining to Redline: would your character ever dye his beard or mullet pink?
I've already done it for you once, Natasha, as a bet. For another bet, probably, yeah.
Natasha's actually who asked this question.
I know it was Natasha asked the question because we usually do bets based on her TikTok performances or something else.
Okay.
And one last day was she had to get 500 views on her TikTok, and she did. I would paint my 4GT pink for one trip around Legion and up to WM from the EMS. And I did,
Nice.
but there was another time where I did have to dye my mullet pink, but it was when I was I was messing about the raid server over weekends, and I had the mullet dyed pink for a laugh,
Was it a bright pink?
Yeah, it was like a salmony pink, sort of respectable pink. It wasn't too bright, I think. I can't remember, it's been a long time ago. It does stream of it though, so that kept Natasha happy. But Natasha has a thing for pink. She always wants to get my beard pink, my car's pink. And she actually has a pink car in my garage from another bet that I'll never get rid of. So yeah.
Fair enough.
That's how you build a community.
Definitely, yeah. They keep people happy.
Exactly. Well, to a point,
Yeah.
Sweet. So that concludes the Redline questions, the personal life questions. We got one more section. This is going to be kind of like a rapid fire. Would you rather? Kind of your likes and dislikes, and then we'll get into the game of the 2 truths and 1 lie. So, you ready for these?
Go for it.
Chloe, you want to start us off?
Yeah. If you had a chance to see your dream artist, who would it be?
Warren Zevon.
If you could only play one game a month, what would it be?
GTA.
And if you had to go to Brighton, Southampton, or Portsmouth, which one would you pick?
It's a very random question.
Yeah.
I hear Brighton's a laugh. I haven't been. the seaside. I have a friend from Southampton, so we could maybe go there. Portsmouth, I don't know much about. We'll go Brighton because it seems to be more of a nice town from what I've seen on TV and stuff.
If you had to go to Yellowstone Park, how long would you stay there? It's another random one.
What kind of hotels have they got?
I don't think they have any hotels.
I know. It's a joke. It's a joke. I'm not really a camper sort of guy.
Yeah.
Maybe if I would, I'd spend a week there in an RV or something, or.
I think they actually have cabins. I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken,
Oh,
they have
for
cabins that you can stay at.
cabins. Like I have to do research on it.
I think they may have cabins. I just don't think they have hotel. I don't think they have commercial building because obviously it's a national park. But
yeah, of course.
But I think they may have cabins that are like built.
Like I definitely like if I was saying, oh, let's go to Yellowstone, then I'd be up for the research on it to see how long would be worth staying there.
Yeah.
But I don't think I could put time on it if I really thinking about it first. Like.
And if you had to take a trip over to America, what place would you visit first and stay at?
Probably Miami, because that's where I would usually go.
Mm-hmm.
Why Miami?
I've got family there.
Okay.
Miami Dolphins fan. I love the party scene.
I was gonna say the party scene is wild in Miami.
The Clelander nightclub, top nightclub.
Yeah.
Haven't done her in the Carlisle, top notch.
Miami's a good time, especially if you have good money. It's a very expensive nightlife, especially for men. Especially for men. If you're a guy, you're gonna spend money left and right. If you're a girl, you might be able to get away with some stuff.
Yeah. Well, I say I turn those ladies down. Don't know if you do that, but I do turn those ladies down.
Oh, I don't. I turn everyone down.
Do you?
I turn everyone down.
Yeah, if you say so.
Except for the ones that work at the club.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you go for the ones that work at the clubs.
I'm at the bar. I'm all about the bartenders.
She.
Yep.
He's all about getting free drinks another way.
I know I pay for my drinks, but I'm all about the the unattainable, I guess. Because every time you go to a club, you're not allowed to like. You can flirt because obviously that's how they make their money, but it's like they're not attainable. Like they only flirt with you just so they can get higher tips.
Oh,
but
exactly.
my goal is to make that high tip like flirt be real. Like I'm taking that number and I will see you.
It's so different in the UK. Like I have always worked bars and clubs, all the way up to management, and like the barmaids are the easiest people in any venue.
Oh yeah, no.
It's guaranteed. If you stand at the bar for a slightly longer than an average person, you're taking a barmaid home.
Yeah, no, it's not like that here. Here, like security walks their bartenders out because creeps that will be out there.
Because here your bartenders leave hours after everyone's left, so security have even left before your bartenders. They stay, they clean, they restock the bars, they do stock take, wastage, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they do that here. We usually you'll see like a couple bartenders stay after to help with everything. For like you won't have all security there, but you'll have a couple security guards there, which are probably like your off-duty cops, so they have guns and whatnot on them. But yeah, no, it's completely different here. Or if they're like the dancers at the club, those are the ones that are very like unattainable. Especially those, because you can't even touch them, dance, or like even talk to them, except for when you're tipping them.
Why do you go for attainable ones?
I go for unattainable, not unattainable.
Yeah, you go for attainable ones. Cheaper.
Thank you for the subscription.
Ooh. See, I like the chase. I like the challenge. I don't know.
Does it make you feel like stronger in your masculinity of like you couldn't have her but I did kind of thing?
No, not at all. It just makes me feel like I conquered something. Like, I don't know, just goals. I always have goals in life. I can't settle with the easy. Like I always like to work for something. If I'm not working for it, I don't want to do it. It's lost all value. Like I could sit there honestly and flaunt like money and whatnot realistically and probably get at least 20, 30 fucking gold diggers that are going to be attracted to that because of the money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is there any work involved? No. Like when I go out to the clubs or anything like that, I don't like to drive. One, because I'm probably gonna get drunk. But two, because I don't want anyone to see what I drive. I don't want people to see my money, so I don't carry cash with me. I just bring my card. I'll keep like a little bit of cash for tip, because obviously it's better for the bartenders when it's cash versus credit cards. But I try to bring some cash with me for tip, and that's about it. Like I don't make myself look any more. I don't make myself look like I have money at all, because I just prefer that that chase. So that's just me though.
The more you talk about like drinking and stuff, the more I used to work with a guy called Wackhouse. He was a doorman that I worked with for years and years, really good friend. And you remind me quite a lot of him. He had that kind of, I mean, a very different way. He had a wife and kids at home, but he always wanted what he couldn't have. So more kind of what you're saying, but to the extreme and very twisted. But that kind of he didn't show off what he had. No, but he didn't. He had, he had his own businesses, multiple of them. He worked the doors. He was very high up in the security companies. And over here, being security alone, generally, you're going to leave with somebody. If it's not a barmaid, it's one of the, locals. Everybody wants to get with a doorman. But he never kind of like flexed his successors. He always wanted the people that he had to work for and that would challenge him. So yeah, it just reminds me of him. Apart from the wife and kids part.
No wife and kids at home, guys. Don't worry. No families are broken up.
That you know of.
From my side. None of my family's broken up. I can't speak for other people. I don't know when these girls are dating anyone. I don't know if these girls are married to anyone. I'm not going to lie. I go off of what they tell me. So if they tell me they're not with someone, which obviously no girl's going to sit there and be like, I have a husband.
I don't know. It depends what you're into. So, if you're there with an upside down pineapple badge on you, she might come and tell you she's got a husband.
I don't have an upside down pineapple badge on me.
That's fine then.
And a lot of bartenders will say they don't have husbands because when you say stuff like that, it does turn off a lot of people, obviously for money, tips. At least here it does. So, you never know. I may have broken up a family or so. Was not my intention. I think. Well, it wasn't my intention. So, anyway, continuing. Would you rather live in countryside or the seaside?
Seaside, definitely.
Seaside. All right.
And would you rather live in England or somewhere else in Europe?
Oh, somewhere else. So no offense.
No, not taken.
England doesn't attract me as much. Maybe London. Maybe I have a friend in London.
Nolan's a big city guy.
I am I am a big city guy for practicality terms, and what I will usually do is I get the 9:00 flight from Dublin to London.
Mm-hmm.
Meet my friend, go to the bar for the day, maybe go to a gig that night, go back to the bar, go back to the airport, get the first flight back to Dublin. I'd be in my bed for 8:00. That's what young Nolan used to do all those years ago. I spent a lot of time in London.
Just fly to London to get drunk.
It's an hour flight.
It's not bad.
And the flights are usually about 15-20 quid.
Damn it, why am I not flying to London? I drive it and it takes me now it'd probably take me about 4 hours. And driving through the centre of London is not fun when you've got a big car. I'm going to start flying it.
Yeah, that's what I do. Just fly Dublin to London, go get drunk, jump on the first flight back, be, sitting in the airport, sticking the booze. We'll have a good time and have maybe a we nap on the plane the way home too.
Nice.
But like in terms of Europe, I'd probably go Spain if anywhere.
Spain, yes.
Yeah, I like the lifestyle the Spanish have.
Would you go to Madrid though, or would you go to Barcelona?
I would go neither.
Good answer.
Like I would go to. And I'd probably find a nice chill village somewhere.
So like Villarreal or
stay away from the tourists. Maybe Bilbao. Bilbao's a nice city.
Bilbao's nice, yeah.
If that was going to go city wise, I'd probably go Bilbao. Had a fun time there.
Some proper Spanish stuff there, not just touristy stuff as well.
See, as you see in my avatar, I have black hair and a blackish red beard, which is kind of like the Irish thing where you have a beard a different color from your hair, and it's also a big thing out there because there's a lot of Irish that moved out there, and so actually a few people stopped me and asked if I was Basque, just because of my my hair color and beard color.
But you fit in well.
Just the whole Republican anti-crown sort of thing they have going on there. We were in this. The story is funny, and we were in this bar, and we were drinking away. It was like €2 for a beer. It was nothing, and one of my friends in broken English was speaking to this Basque family, trying to explain where he's from. He's like, I'm from Ireland, and he just shouted out to nowhere, bang, bang, IRA, as you do. Next thing you know, this guy in the corner does it with whistle. The bar empties out, closes down. It's just us and these few guys left in it. And it turns out the bar staff are on the run from Colombia as separatists, and we're all one big happy terrorist family, and we end up kind of locking this pub to God knows what hours. They actually ran out of beer, and they had to go buy beer from somewhere. They kept it a €2 can, and Jesus, this is a fun night. Like,
this sounds a great night.
Just a random night.
I'm surprised you can remember it.
I do, because there was these guys from Longford with us too. We met on the plane, and they were staying in the same hotel as us too. It ended up when they were in the same bar that night, and they of course got to stay as well. So there's lots of witnesses to what happened that night. And I remember most nights anyway. It's more my older age I start forgetting stuff, but when I was that age, I did remember all my nights out.
Sounds like one to treasure.
Also, it's hilarious. But yeah, I definitely moved to the Basque region. Definitely nice ham, nice wine. It was a very definite chill lifestyle. And there's more like Ireland than there's a Spain.
Sounds beautiful. Lots of siestas as well.
Of course, siestas are the main thing. Siesta.
And what places have you visited? Then it sounds like you've done quite a lot of travelling.
How long have we got the podcast?
For as long as you need.
So, I've been to England, Scotland, Wales. I've been to France, Germany, Spain, Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, Belarus twice, which is an adventure. Italy, Bulgaria, Slovakia, Macedonia, Serbia, Kosovo, Greece, Georgia, Turkey. Then, of course, the States. New York State, Buffalo, Niagara Falls twice, Pittsburgh, Miami, LA, San Diego, Chicago, Indianapolis, Green Bay, Milwaukee, yeah, I think that's about it.
A lot
What
of
did I say?
places.
There's probably ones I forgot too, like oh yeah, Poland, Czech Republic,
hmm
Vienna, or Austria. So yeah, that was the Slovakia trip. That one. Yeah, so yeah, I've done a lot of that sort of Eastern Bloc sort of.
Do you have
Like
a map that you scratch off or anything to keep a track of where you've been?
Not really, no. Cause like I don't know if I'd ever scratch it all off.
I think you're well on your way to.
Yeah, I need to do this. I've been to Sweden too. Sweden, Norway, the Scandinavians covered. There's still a couple more out, Belgium, Holland, Netherlands, are still on the list sometime.
What would you say your favorite place out of those are?
Probably like I go to Miami a lot, but Los Angeles was San Diego and Los Angeles kind of that West Coast vibe as well.
hmm
I spent 2 1-week vacations on Venice Beach.
Nice.
And children, Santa Monica way, one before legalization, one after legalization.
Yeah.
The whole place had changed too in the 4 years between being there as well. Venice got a lot more upper class than it was. There's a lot more homeless around that area as well. It's a bit more dangerous than it was like when I was out there in 2016. But I still like it. I still like the vibe during the day. Hanging about the beach, drinking upsious cups of iced tea or iced coffee.
Oh yeah.
Sitting at the end of the Santa Monica Pier, watching the sunset. It's just different. It's just different. Like I did the train journey from San Diego up the coast to Los Angeles, and I was getting the views on that train journey. It was unbelievable.
Nice.
And then it's like San Diego again. It's a nice small town. It's got a shit ton of breweries. A shit ton. Like
It sounds like you've been to them all.
I try my best to get around them all. Like, Milwaukee was sort of like the cold version of San Diego. It's cold, but there's still a shit ton of breweries to go, and they have a statue of the Fonz. But the West Coast definitely was, like California would be one of my favorite places to go. Like,
And if you could make your dream holiday, so like you could take parts of different countries, different cities, kind of like mash everything together, what would your dream holiday look like?
it'll just be keep on traveling. Go to new places, meet new people. That's what I like about solo traveling. You're by yourself until you want to meet somebody, and then when you don't want to speak to somebody, you can be by yourself again.
Yeah.
I've met lots of people on my solo travels around the States. A lot of people, stay in touch with Facebook and that. So it'll be just one big solo trip around the world. I wouldn't count any country out, like maybe Turkey during Ramadan wasn't the best experience, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to go there. Just love to see every country in the world, meet people from every country in the world, and chat to them about Ireland, and then they chat to me about their country and learn how things work.
Do you have difficulty in different countries with them understanding your accent?
Oh, of course. Like I have difficulties in Dublin. People understanding my accent. Never mind. Especially if I'm just got off if I've been spent the weekend in Derry. Like my accent will be a lot thicker. But then when I spend more time in Dublin, it softens up a bit. I used to when I worked for IBM, I used to have calls at 8 a.m. in the morning with people from China, and they were laughing, trying to explain stuff to them. But I think when you're in a foreign country too, you learn to slow down a bit more.
Yeah.
You're not as we were in this dive bar in the suburbs in Tbilisi, in Georgia.
Mhm.
We bumped in this guy from Iraq. We were talking about Iraq and the beer scene. Like he said, oh, there's no beer scene. Like, well, we know you can't drink, but do you not brew at home? So not everybody just makes spirits with the fruit. All right, so they make basically spirits in their bath, whatever. He says how easy it is to make beer. So we sat down, pulled websites up their phone, showed them how to make beer. And he's like, I can take all that stuff with me, no bother. So hopefully he's now still making beer in Iraq. We haven't got into trouble or anything, but it's people like that I really enjoy meeting,
Yeah. Just exploring each other's cultures.
Exactly.
And if you could watch... Go on. Sorry, I thought we'd lost you there, Doc.
No, you're good. So what? If you could watch a favorite movie, what would it be? The question's a little. So what is your favorite?
It all depends on the mood. So if I have a bad day at the office, I would watch Office Space.
Nice.
Yeah. It's close to home, like, but especially the olden days working for the bigger IT companies, but
yeah.
Like I really enjoyed from one movie I can get into. I really enjoyed that one with Jake Gyllenhaal, End of Watch.
Yeah.
That was a really interesting movie about LAPD and the gangs. That's be one up there. Wayne's World will be an all-time classic movie.
That is a classic.
Yeah, that'll be like my classic sort of go-to.
So crates.
Yeah. So, and then there's also a movie called Four Lions.
Yes, I've seen that.
That's up there. That one has me in stitches every time. I watch it no matter what. It's so funny.
Would you rather have a road bike or a mountain bike, and why? Some of these are really weird.
Yeah,
really random questions.
Jesus, neither bike. Get one of those. Get one of those wee Gonzola or whatever you call them. Have somebody cycle me around, The other ones with the wee seat in the back.
That sounds
Go
better.
on.
Chauffeured around on a bike.
Yeah, but I suppose mountain bike. If I've got left at the top and be all downhill. That sort of way.
That's a good way to think of it. Have somebody pull you at the top.
Yeah.
Would you rather eat fish and chips or home cooked meals for the rest of your life?
Oh, home cooked meals.
I think the next ones are all rapid fire, aren't they?
Yeah. What's your favourite colour?
Red.
Morning or night?
Morning.
Red Bull, Monster, or Lucozade?
Monster.
Which flavor of Monster?
Ultra Blue.
Never heard of that one.
I think it's a sugar-free one.
Yeah, it's
low carb, sugar-free.
Yeah, I definitely. I'd rather for sugar-free ones.
Dream car.
4GT.
If you could be one person in the whole entire world, who would you be, or would you stay as yourself?
I'd just stay as myself.
If you could have anything you want, what would it be?
Passive income.
Oh, that's a good one. It's a very grown-up answer. If you had 25... Go on, sorry.
I am a grown-up.
Yeah, but doesn't mean you have to act grown-up. If you had 25 million, what would you spend it on?
A house, a house for myself.
Mhm.
House of Spain for my mad to retire to.
Mhm.
Giving mates $1 million each for them to pay off their debts or whatnot,
Mhm.
and then just enjoy life, like go traveling around the world. With a base still there, a house still and where I need to be.
Nice. All right. Next one, it's favorite food, but it's like for different occasions. So obviously, like breakfast, lunch, like that. So the first one is favorite food for breakfast.
Oyster fry.
Hmm.
Which for you guys is it's going to be bacon, sausages, black pudding, white pudding, fried eggs, potato bread, soda bread.
Nice.
What about for lunch?
Lunch would be like I don't know, like chicken wings.
Nice. Favorite dinner? Food for dinner?
Steak.
Yeah.
And
How do you like your steak cooked?
Rare.
Nice.
what cut of steak?
Bullet.
And favorite dessert?
Apple crumble and custard.
Oh, that's a good shout. That is.
Favorite fruit?
Banana.
And your favorite snack?
Cheesy popcorn.
Cheesy popcorn. Oh, I've not tried that.
That's so good.
I'm a savoury
Yeah,
gal,
there's-
so I might have to try that.
There's a white cheddar popcorn that we have here from, it's called Smart. What is this, Smart Food? Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, there's a company in Ireland they're called Manhattan, and they do salted popcorn and they do white cheddar as well. And the white cheddar is just
Oh, it's so good. It melts.
and especially when especially at the end when you get that excess powder at the bottom of the bag, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man, I think I'm gonna go to the store after this and go grab some now. Get some for a movie. All right. Favorite drink, warm. I
Coffee.
would assume that means like warm or hot. So
Yeah, coffee.
Coffee.
Favorite cold drink?
The iced coffee.
Favorite alcohol.
Iced mulled whiskey.
I thought he was going to say espresso martini there.
Yeah, or like
No.
a Kahlua with some.
Yeah.
I like
Coffee.
I like my cocktails now, but sitting with a nice Irish single malt, it's just nothing. Like I even probably say Connemara, but probably my favorite distillery in Ireland.
Okay.
And then your favourite mineral / fizzy drink?
Pepsi Max.
What was that, sorry?
Pepsi Max.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
In a can.
Yep, ice cold.
Yeah. So much better out of the can. Well, that's
Alright.
it for your pre-asked questions. So we've got it's over to Doc for the game that he has picked with you.
So essentially, Nolan, we talked about this. We're gonna do 2 truths, 1 lie. So I'm gonna have you give us statements about yourself. 2 of those statements are gonna be true. 1 of those statements has to be a lie, and we're gonna have the viewers here as well as us try to figure out which one does not sound like Nolan. Now that we've gotten to kind of know you, let's see if you can stump us or if we can figure out who you are.
Sounds good.
So whenever you're
Okay.
ready.
Right, the first ones are going to be I've won a national championship in American football.
Mhm.
I've been involved in an emergency landing on an aircraft. I broke my ankle.
What was the first one?
I'm a national I have a national championship playing American football.
You have a national championship playing American football.
I know which one I think it is.
Emergency landing. Like Okay. What do you guys think, guys? Do you think American Football National Championship is a lie? Do you think broken ankle is a lie, or the emergency landing in an airplane is a lie? Put your answers down in the chat, please. Battery says 3, broken ankle.
That's what I think.
Number 1, American Football Championship.
Beckham says ankle.
Ankle.
Margus says football.
So you have 2 for number 1, 2 for number 3. 3 and 3.
Reef is saying 3.
Reef is a 4 for 3, broken ankle. Chloe says broken ankle. So that's 5. Derp says broken ankle, 6. Wasn't listening, Tasha. 1 is American. No, one of these is a lie. Nolan has won an American Football Championship. Number 2 is that he's been on an emergency landing on a plane, and number 3 is broken an ankle. Okay, Tasha's saying 3. Hunter said 2 and 3. All right, so it looks like number 3 is what people are going with most, which is broken ankle. Nolan, what is the answer?
Yeesh! It's number 3, broken ankle.
Yes.
Broken ankle.
I knew it from the things you'd said. I thought, do you know what? He's going to surprise us here, and it's going to be like the most
right,
realistic one.
American Football Championship, National Championship in American football. Explain.
I played 6 years up until the pandemic. Offensive
Nice.
line for a team in Dublin, and in 2018 we won our national championship.
Nice.
And then the emergency landing was when I was on my way to Miami. Our plane had tail strike on takeoff.
Ooh.
And even though we said he could have went on, the pilot decided to turn back after we got as far as Galway.
No.
So then we had to have the whole emergency landing job come back because they didn't know what the damage was to the undercarriage or not.
But that was scary.
I was more disappointed that we get into Miami that night, and I had to fly the next day. I actually could get a flight next day for Fort Miami, so I had to fly Fort Lauderdale. But luckily, I had a car service picking me up, and I was able to change the location and for no extra fee.
That was good. I think I'd have been more scared about the whole thing than worried about not going on holiday.
No, I was more worried about the going on holiday. As somebody who flies a lot, I know what a tail strike is, and I know they're minimal damage. Like.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. That was number 1. So nice job to everyone that got that right. Next question. Or next statements. Question statements.
I worked for a company that got bought for $2.9 billion.
Is that just a fact you're giving us there?
It's yeah. Just hard to think of just never a lie. It's like I went to Paris in 2006 for the Derry versus PSG game. It's very hard thinking these truths.
Is it hard thinking of truths or is it hard thinking of lies?
It's hard thinking both. Like
lies know it may not be hard because you just make up something you've never done. But
yeah,
this man's done most things though.
I have. Yeah. I once fell in the river while fishing.
What was the third one?
I once fell into a river while
fishing. So we have the first one was works for a company that was bought for $3.4 billion. You said
2.9 billion.
2.9 billion. Mm-hmm. Number 2. What was number 2? No, I'm getting confused.
Number 2 was going to Derry to see a teams.
Derry to see the PSG game.
Was going to Paris for the Derry PSG game in 2006. Yeah. And the third one
fell into a river.
Fell in the river while fishing.
I think 3's a lie again.
Yeah, 3 is a lie. 3
or
is a
2.
lie.
I'm not sure. I don't know, I tried to trip you up on number 2 and you corrected it, which makes me think it was real.
2, 3.
3.
Let's say 3 is winning the most again.
Yeah. What do you think, Doc?
I'm going to say it's number 1. I don't know why. I feel like the number could be wrong. I feel like it could be a higher number. I feel like finding the thinking of truth is 1 and 2 were too specific. That could be true, but the numbers could also be wrong. The year could be wrong. It could maybe he didn't go in 2006, but maybe he went in 2008.
Yeah, might not have gone to Paris. He might have gone to Germany.
Yeah, so it's just.
It was a big match for the team at the time in the
PSG. Yeah,
PSG versus the league in Ireland is a very small league, mostly part time.
Yeah.
They were playing against the Giants of PSG.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. It sounds like number 2 is true.
Yeah, I think 3.
If you went to the game, I'm gonna go 1. Just to contradict everyone, because everybody else is saying 2 or 3. 3 has the most votes, though. So what is it, Nolan?
It was number 2.
Number 2.
I didn't make it to the game. I just moved to Dublin that year, and I was I was getting emergency tax at the time, so I was living off €400 a month.
Oh,
So there's no.
I didn't think number 3. I didn't think number 3 was a lie because he said it was hard for him to think of truth.
Yeah.
yeah, but I thought it could be double bluffing.
That fishing trip was we went fishing as teenagers, but we usually took a few crates of beer with us, and I missed a hole in the banking that was covered by grass and went into the water.
Nice.
And
All
yes,
right.
and then my first one was a company I worked for, Techmedic, got bought by Verizon for 2.2.
Fleet? You work for Fleet?
I work for Techmedic, yes.
Ah, nice.
So
yeah, Verizon bought them. What was it, like 4 or 5 years ago? 6 years ago? No, it's been longer now.
5.
5. Yeah, 5.
Because I basically handmade those in the day. Verizon officially.
My cousin works for Verizon Fleet in the U.S. in Chicago.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
they have a headquarter here.
Yeah,
Chicago,
I was in the Dublin headquarters.
Nice.
Which I seen grow from a small company to a big one very rapidly over 2 years.
Yeah, that was when Verizon was trying to get more involved in the military stuff. That's why the purchase of Fleet was made. I remember that.
Yeah.
Fun stuff. Sweet.
Have you got one for us, Doc?
Do I have one for you?
Yeah. Well, Doc, yeah.
Oof. Yeah, mine aren't gonna be clean. So I have no shame.
Oh, I can go dirty if you want to go dirty.
You can go dirty. I'm down about going. This is the 18 plus. All right. I gotta think of them so I can say them all at the same time, so you guys don't know which one I'm thinking of. So you can't figure out which one's a lie and which one's the truth. So give me like 2 seconds to think.
I should have cued the Jeopardy music. Is what
You
I
should have
realized.
cued it. You should have.
I should have.
Oh, it's countdown, isn't it? Not Jeopardy.
It's like trying to think of like something that like matches and correlates with them. Like that's not like out of category.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah, you go first. I'll...
Okay. As a child, I hand-reared one of the world's largest breeds of owl. I got married when I was 19, and I have never been on a boat.
I feel like I know the answer to this because I know you.
Go on then. Let's get other people guessing first.
Yeah. Okay.
And I thought of another one, more the dirty category. So
2, 2, 3, 3. What about you, Nolan? Which one do you think was the lie?
I'm gonna say the boat.
Battery 2. Tasha 1. 2.
Amar's really certain that he thinks he knows which one it is, isn't he?
I know which ones are true. So I know which one the lie is. I think.
God, which one do you think the lie is?
The lie is number 3 because I know you told me you bred when we talked about birds that you bred the you were breeding birds. I mean, it may not be the largest owl, and I know number 2 is actually true.
Mm-hmm.
So I think number 3 is a lie.
Correct.
Yeah.
Number 3 was my lie.
I knew you. I said I knew you. I knew you.
You do.
I know you.
Like, I was saying it, and then I'm like, oh, wait, I don't really talk about my personal life on here.
You just did. You just put
there
out
you go,
there
guys.
You,
So I was like, that's something that's going to catch a lot of people out, I reckon, because, like, obviously
like,
you and Beckham know.
Amar's contemplating life right now.
Yeah, see, Doc and Beckham were part of the divorce party, see.
Everyone's going to be really confused about the marriage one. They're going to be like, elite, question mark?
I get it now why you don't like marriages. I think I'm the one that doesn't like marriages.
We had a really good divorce party, didn't we, guys?
It was great. It was a good one.
Yeah.
We did.
I think you were one of the first people I told.
I think you did tell me. We talked about this in the VC once.
Yeah, no, but I mean, when I got the divorce paperwork and I came running straight to the chat and was like, guys, it's official. So, yeah. You
told me about the actual marriage first.
Yeah.
And that you were going through the process. And then when it happened, you told me that it finally went through.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There you go. Now you all know when you're all like, are you going to marry Elite? When I'm like, yeah, probably not. Don't care about marriage.
What does it all mean? Why are we here? What does it all mean?
Literally.
All right, I'll go now.
Go on.
I've never had a girlfriend. I've gotten a girl pregnant, but then she ended up getting an abortion.
Mm-hmm.
Or I've had a threesome with 2 girls.
What do we think, guys? One of these things I already knew about, like we've spoken about.
1.
What was number 1? Number 1 was that he's never had a girlfriend.
Never had a girlfriend. Number 2 is I gotten a girl pregnant, but she had an abortion. And number 3 is threesome with 2 girls. 2 or 3. That's not how the game works. You gotta pick one of them.
Amar's like questioning the whole world in a minute. He doesn't know what's happening, bless him.
2 or 3? You're going with 2? That's a 3. This is a mixed reaction.
I'm going number 1. Number 1 was never had a girlfriend. I think you've dated. I think you've wooed women, but I don't think you've had like committed relationships. But I don't know actually. I'm trying to think of like every conversation we've ever had. What do you reckon, Nolan?
I say number 1 as well. I don't feel he has a relationship.
What's the conversation we did have that you do know?
I swear we've talked about a threesome.
Yeah, we have. Okay.
If it's something sexual, we've spoke about it.
It's true.
2 and 3 won't work.
You can't. Why? You can. So if I don't have a girlfriend, I can't do number 2 or 3? What?
Apparently.
That's not how life works.
Is this a tell-all? Is that what this has turned into? Is a tell-all?
The answer is number 2. I have not gotten a girl pregnant that has led to an abortion that I know of.
Yeah, see, I'm not surprised by that because we have spoke a lot about protection.
Yeah.
I don't mean I've taught you it. I mean, like, we've spoke about it a lot, and I know your views on it.
Number one, I have had a girlfriend when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a 7-year relationship, almost 8-year relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what ended relationships for me. But so I have had a girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and I have had a threesome.
That's why I denied and said 1, no 2, and then was like, oh, I don't know, because I was thinking there's a story we've had a start of a story about you not liking relationships, but never fully got into it, and I was trying to then think and was like, wait, what was it though?
Because Doc said he used to date.
Yeah, but dating isn't a relationship. That's not the
Dating
same thing.
is not a relationship, but yeah.
Doc seems the type to have a threesome.
That's a great reputation.
You got any more for us, Nolan?
Yeah, I'll do one. I've taken that Chili's waitress back to my hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go. Spice, here we go. The dirt's coming out. Let's go. All right.
I've been to a swingers club.
Mm-hmm.
I've given a girl an angry dragon.
Ooh.
Those are all doable things I think you would do.
Right, let's go number 1. What country were you? Like, where were you? City, state, country?
No, you can't break it down like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, Niagara Falls.
Okay. Same goes for 2 and 3. Where were you? What was the situation?
2 was Miami. 3 was in Dublin.
See, here's the thing: the angry dragon. You're essentially that's. It's very hard to see that angry dragon happening. I don't know.
He's pretty chill. I feel like you'd find that kind of thing funny. Like it'd just naturally happen.
Just
and
smack the shit out of somebody's back or someone's head. Just
like in a funny
like
way,
that, like,
not in an angry way.
Just smack the back of her head and have it go from her mouth to her nose. Like,
yeah.
I don't think a lot of the people here know what an angry dragon is.
I had to Urban Dictionary it.
So, angry dragon is when you release in a woman's mouth and then smack her, or a man, anyone actually. You release in your partner's mouth and then smack them on the back of the head, and it causes it to go through their nose, which will make them pretty much cry because obviously it creates,
It can happen though without the hit. Like it can just be a very powerful shot that just naturally comes out the nose.
And essentially when they look at you, they look like an angry dragon because their nose is like their eyes are watery, their eyes are red, and obviously, yeah. The fact that he knows an angry dragon almost makes it like he must have done it. So
yeah. I'm going number 2.
Repeat the options. So number 1 was Chili's waitress. Did you say?
Yeah, Chili waitress. Number 2, swingers. Chili waitress.
Swinger club. So number 1 is Chili's waitress back to the hotel. To play Jenga, of course. And then number 2 was swingers club.
I'm going with the swingers club. A lot of swingers clubs don't like single men in, and you've mentioned about not being a relationship person, so I'm going to say the swingers club.
Oh, yeah, you would know that stuff, huh?
Yeah, have you not met my friend Lola? She's an expert.
I want to. Is there even a Chili's in Niagara?
Well, it depends on.
It has to be. It has to be. It has to be in the New York side. If there is,
because there's not one on the Canada side.
It could have been Applebee's though. I get them all mixed up.
Oh, see, now you're making me doubt it.
Yeah, no. Well, let's say
I'm gonna go number 2.
No, there's a Chili's in Niagara Falls. Sorry, I googled.
Is it New York? Is it New York side?
Yeah, Niagara Falls, New York.
It's got to be New York side.
No, I was the Canada side, so it must have been Applebee's. So I'll change that to Applebee's.
Applebee's?
Yeah.
Oh, now you're changing it.
Applebee's.
Oh.
I'm sticking with 2.
I'm sticking with 2 just because he's. I think it's either 2 or 3.
I think it's. I'm not saying I don't think Nolan would like to go to a swingers event. I'm just saying that I know a lot of events in the UK aren't keen on single men going, or it's harder to get into as a single man. So I'm going to say swingers party. Or event,
Catch
whatever
the
it was.
first who got stuck on the angry dragon. First one was I'm gonna go number. I'm just gonna go to have it different and give us 2/3 of a chance of getting it right. I'm gonna go number 3, since you're going number 2.
Okay, so we definitely trust your pulling power. Go on then, Nolan. Put us out of our misery.
Well, this accent, you believe me? Number 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 1 was a waitress. Yeah, if I go Applebee's, not Chili's.
Guys, just so you know, there's your dirt.
Poor Applebee's waitress is sat watching this like, he doesn't even remember where I work.
Here's a question. Are number 3 and number 1 related?
No, number 3 was...
oh yeah, you said Dublin.
And she was a Patriots fan, so it kind of...
She was a Patriots fan, so you decided to punish her?
Yeah.
That tracks.
Plus she's going from my place to your hotel to your flight, so I was never going to see her again anyway. So
super. Fuck it. Let's make something come out of her nose.
Yeah.
I was going to go more graphic then, and thought I better not. We do want to get monetized one day.
We got our dirt on Nolan. Nolan has given an angry dragon to
That's not dirt.
You know, I'm going to ask you so much about dragons now every time I see it. You did my ride a lot. You did my phase 3 training later, Nolan.
Phase 3 training. I feel like an angry dragon right now, I swear to God.
Yeah. I'll pull the EMS boat behind me just for the crack.
Naughty Nolan. Naughty.
That's not
respect, bud.
Fucking hell.
Oh,
that's
God.
awesome.
That's
awesome.
I like that. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. That was fun. That was good.
Again.
Chloe, you got one dirty one before we end it?
Oh yeah, sure. Let me think. Oh God, I've got to be careful, haven't I? Oh God.
Maybe we shouldn't.
No, it's fine. I'm just trying to think of things that I'm allowed to say. Oh, I could be single after this, and I'm joking. Okay, I've never had period sex. I've had sex in public, and I have never kissed a woman.
Well, I know. Okay. Let's let everybody else in.
You were just about to go, I know this.
So number 1 was period sex. Number 2 is
public
sex, and number 3 is kissed a woman.
Yeah.
For all. Okay. Number 3. 3. Okay. Liney 3.
Which one's the lie? Because Derp said 1,000% I've kissed guys and I'm not gay. But are you saying that that's true or that's the lie?
Fat man 1, 3 for 3. Which one is a lie, Johnny, out of the 3 things she said? So number 1, she's never had period sex. Number 2, never had public sex. And number 3, never kissed a woman.
No, you are not crazy if you've done all 3. I just had to keep it tame because I didn't want to get in trouble.
I feel like it's number 2. 3 is a lie. 3 is a lie. Okay, so which one do you think it is, Nolan?
I guess number 1. They just put the 1 out there.
Sorry, but that comment from Johnny, women are mad horny during their period. The fucking wording of that.
So here's my... Okay, let me think. Okay, I do believe that you have kissed a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty positive I know you have. Trying to think about the public. Have we talked about public?
I just think...
You know what? No, I think you hate blood, so I don't think you would do it if you had a period. Because I think you get grossed out by that, so I would have to go with number 1. I think you have had public sex.
What are you whispering there, Beckham?
I don't think it's number 1. I feel like I know you well enough. Maybe. Well, if I'm wrong, then no, but I don't think it's number 1.
I think she gets freaked out by the blood portion of it, so I don't think she'd be...
Yeah.
I don't think period is on it because I know for a fact she's number 3 is correct, and I'm pretty positive number 2 is correct.
I think it's 1.
And now you think it's 1?
No, I thought it was 1 the entire time.
You said you don't think it was number 1.
I think he means he doesn't think I've done number 1.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Sorry, that was my.
Yeah,
bad
I don't think it's number. Yeah, I don't think you've done number 1 either, just because of the fact that you probably. But then again, you could have done it when you were young. I don't know.
I also love this. Is just a side comment.
I'm positive that you told me about the public, so I'm positive that you kissed a woman.
Going back on
Definitely kissed Shannon.
My side comment, somebody commented and said Patriots fans deserve whatever comes to them. I'm with you, Nolan.
It's true. This is true. Literally comes to them.
Amar, it's 2. She said she held a woman's hand while they were doing it. No, right. That story. That was my friend was having sex with somebody in the same room.
That was Lola.
Yes, it was Lola. It was her story that she told, and she was having a bit of difficulty with the size of the person. So I held her hand for support. That wasn't a sexual thing between us. That's completely not related.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stick with number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Nolan?
Nolan said 1.
Nolan
Well.
said
went
1.
to 1.
Yeah, you were right. It's number 1.
Yeah, it's just the fact. Number 3 is an obvious one. Number 2, you're from Yorkshire and you have dogs, so dogs eat theirs really.
Do you know what? It's been a running joke my whole life, right? Like when we take the dogs out and you'll say, "Oh, I'm just going dogging." Like it's a joke that it's just been in my family for years since I've been a grown up.
Number 1 was period, Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
Period sucks. See, when you talk to each other about everything, you could just figure out usually about each other.
Blood doesn't bother me. Periods bother me. It's a difference.
Yes, that's what I meant. Like period blood bothers you. Like I don't think you would do it because I remember when we were doing the Would You Rather.
Yeah.
That was one of the questions, and you were like disgusted by it, and that's why I was like, I don't think you would.
Deductive reasoning.
Yeah, and I'm pretty positive. I know you've kissed a girl. I know we talked about that, and I am pretty positive we talked about public. So I don't want to say where in public, but I'm pretty positive
most places. No, I'm joking.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah.
Anyway,
no, that's why I was like, I'm pretty sure it's pretty. All right. Well, there you go.
That got chat more active anyway. We should really get back into the nitty gritty, sexy stuff on here.
That's what
we've been quite sweet for a while, haven't we?
Yeah, we have been sweet. We need to go spicy, shouldn't we? We need to go spicy.
There's somebody, you'll have probably all seen her, I don't know, on TikTok she goes by Becky Mill. Her name is Becky. What the hell's her last surname?
You're going to have all these kids go Google this girl?
Yeah, it's fine. She's just done her first professional shoot this weekend with Brazzers, something like a porn company. Yeah,
porn company
with a guy. I'd never heard of this guy called Danny D.
Not Johnny Sins?
No. Go Google. I don't know. Is like renowned for being ridiculously large, apparently. So she did like a lot of TikToks with the Irish sound of like, whose horse is that? But yeah, so Becky Mill is what she goes by, and she's hilarious. And she's a Yorkshire girl who's bought her own house purely cash bought through OnlyFans. So I want her on. I think she'd be funny.
I'm aware of the company. I'm sure you are, Johnny.
Yeah.
Sure, most of you kids are. Even though we don't want to know.
Hey, cool. She's got red hair and she's got fake boobies and they're very big. That's all I could tell you. I don't know the size. I've never spoke to the girl. But yeah.
Well, we can have her live.
Thank you, Nolan, for joining us.
Yeah,
thanks again for having me.
Of course. Next week, guys,
we're not here.
We will not be having any guests. We're going to be out of town. Chloe's going to be with family. I'm actually going to be technically I'll be with family too. I'm going for a wedding. So I'll be gone from next Thursday all the way through Monday. Chloe will be gone for the whole weekend. So we decided we're not going to have a live guest. Maybe we'll try to get a video up to put for next Sunday and schedule it. We'll try to see if we can get everybody together for a pub quiz. If not pub quiz, maybe me and Chloe will do one where we just kind of talk about life and sex, since that's what you guys
we could talk about our relationships, couldn't we? What put you off relationships? My marriage.
Yeah. For the
Do
most part,
that.
yeah, we could do something like that.
Mhm.
We'll have Beckham on it. And we'll see if anybody else wants to join in. They can join it. More than
Beckham
welcome
could
to.
interview us.
It's true. Maybe
How the
Beckham will be the
turntables.
podcaster.
How the
So you guys
turns have tabled.
Gramps? One of the people said you guys were asking for Gramps and Space Girl to be on podcast. So there you go. Maybe we'll do that.
We could get that recorded.
We'll be the ones being recorded. So let's do this then. Maybe for the next 3 days, only for the next 2 days. Sorry, because we have to do this by Tuesday, right? Wednesday we have to do this by because I leave Thursday. So Wednesday we have to do this by. So we're gonna open up the pod. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. We're gonna open up topics and questions and ask whatever you want to ask for me and Chloe. You'll have it for only today, tomorrow, and Tuesday. All day Tuesday.
I will
and
not
then
answer detailed questions about Elite, no matter what they are. You cannot ask me about our sex life. You cannot ask me personal sexual things about him because I will not answer them. But about anybody else, you can. That's fine. Go for it. But yeah.
Yeah, so make sure you guys do it Wednesday morning. We'll shut them down. We'll record it Wednesday, or maybe whenever we'll close it, maybe an hour, 2 hours before we do the recording, and then yeah. So, podcast is 18 plus. One of your mods is 13, 14. Meh.
Yeah, but he's moderating the chat. He's not talking on the channel, and he's nearly 16. Yeah. That kid worked bloody hard for his role.
Yes, he does. He puts in the work.
Yeah. Right.
He does all the Discord stuff. You guys may not see it, but he pretty much sets up the
and Instagram.
And the Instagram.
Yeah.
So sweet. So yeah, we'll have that get reset. Let's get all the questions up. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment, share it. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. We'll announce the next guest next Sunday. We'll still announce it after we do the scheduled video. And then yeah, actually I think we already have someone picked, don't we? But we'll wait to announce it.
We'll announce it.
Yeah, I would wait to double check with.
But so yeah, we'll do that. Make sure you check out Chloe's channel as well. She's doing a lot of Redline now. So check that out.
Doc's channel.
Check out my channel. See Gramps. Did a couple streams for some horror games lately, so just something different. But
we've got Nolan's channel down there as well.
Nolan's channel as well. Make sure you check that out. Make sure you check out. You know, I'm gonna give a shout out to Mr. Battery Boy because he's in here. Check out Nat's channel. Show him some love too.
He just posted a video today as well. So
he did post a video today of
about
the game that these kids are all addicted to now. So
oh my god, it's amazing! I can't wait. I don't mean this nastily, but I've never been so excited for a podcast to end just so I can go and play a game.
You heard it here.
I told my mom about it on the phone about an hour ago. I was like, Mom, I think you need to get
if you're watching this, please give us you can send that contract over. We'll sign it and sponsor it.
And Red Bull.
You know,
we're looking at you.
Spicy podcast sponsored by Raft. We're waiting on that.
Let's go.
You know, can you get this done by Wednesday? I got a flight to catch on Thursday, so I would appreciate that. Thank you.
This is true.
Yeah. So other than that, hope you guys had fun. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye.
Adios.